Take us to Senator Schiff.
Thank you. Mr. Secretary, thank you for being here. I want to raise concern about a number of projects in California that are still waiting for an answer. In the mega program, $283 million for the Port of Long Beach Rail Construction Project, $166 million for Contra Costa's Innovate 680 program, $53 million for a multimode facility in Madera. In the infra bill, $105 million for Redwood City, SR 84 and US 101, $98 million for Caltrans, SR 99, Tulare improvements. In the Rural Surface Transportation Program, $41 million for the City of Tracy, Corral Hollow Road Project, $35 million for Yuba County, Plumas Lake Boulevard. In FHWA, $102 million for Caltrans I-5, $56 million for SJV Air Pollution Control District, $55 million for California Energy Commission. In Reconnecting Communities, $26 million for the Housing Authority in LA, $11 million for the City of Goleta Multipurpose Path. In the RAISE program, $25 million for BART, $23 million for the Palmdale Grade Separation Project. This is a partial list, and these projects really haven't received word, so they're unclear of the status of the projects. And the delays might end up killing the projects. The delays will certainly end up costing more to do these projects as material costs go up and other costs increase. And I'm raising the concern because we don't know whether these are changes in policy that are affecting grants that have already been approved, or whether this is a lack of personnel to administer the grants, and I'm further concerned with layoffs that might further delay getting this money out the door to do these vital infrastructure projects. So would ask for your comments generally on when you think these cities and counties will hear from you and your department, but also whether you're mindful of the fact that delay has a cost, a real dollars and cents cost.
I appreciate the question, Senator. I would maybe to give the whole number. There's been 200 awards announced for California to the tune of $1.74 billion. There's a lot of money that announcements have been made over the course of the last 3 years where you don't have grant agreements on those announcements. I don't know that you were here for this, but there's 3,200 announcements that were made by the last administration where there's no grant agreements. That's unheard of. So I'm going to work through those announcements and get grant agreements so we can build those projects that you're talking about. And just if I can quickly, I don't want the Republicans to get annoyed at me, but Senator Whitehouse got a bridge, and in California we're going to announce the Madera 14 Expressway. That one has been completed. We're almost ready to sign that, as well as the Otay Mesa, $150 million. That's at the border crossing. I believe that one's ready to go as well. So I've got 3 Republican or Democrat announcements. I don't have anything for you Republicans yet, but we're just going through the projects.
Well, we're a very bipartisan committee.
You are.
And I know I speak for my Republican colleagues when I say they're delighted with money coming to my state.
We'll see how that goes.
Not quite as delighted as if it was going to their state, but well, Mr. Secretary, I appreciate it. Anything you can do to accelerate the approval process, and can you speak to how the cuts in personnel may be impacting the timeliness of approvals in this area?
Yeah, I appreciate the question. So that hasn't impacted how we're able to move through the grant agreement process. We still have more employees in the department than we did when Joe Biden took office, but it's the sheer volume that I was left with. And just to maybe remake this point, in between Obama and Donald Trump, there was 47 projects announced between Election Day and inauguration. Between Trump and Biden, there was 107 projects announced between Election Day and Inauguration Day. And in this last term, there was about 950 projects announced. So there's been a massive number of announcements, historic, But then that means our department has to do the work of, this truly the work is doing the grant agreements. The announcements are fun, but grant agreements are the work, and I'm going to get through that, but it's going to take me some time, and I'd ask for some patience from the committee just because the workload is so significant.
Well, and Mr. Secretary, if there's any further information you need and you're having any delay on our end, please have your staff reach out to mine, and we want to make sure that we get you all the information necessary to move these projects forward.
I appreciate that, Senator.
Thank you. Yield back.